Hey guys, Vlad here again. Just gonna show you what my deck can do because I couldn't really take the video. For some reason, this software won't update on this laptop, so I can only go up to 10 minutes. But this is what the deck can do. This isn't really like it's a common hand to get, son. Shh. It's a common hand to get, but sometimes you don't get this, which kind of slows it down. I mean, you still can do a lot without it. It's just that um, this is like this is probably the best hand you can get. I mean, you're not obviously you're not always gonna get it, but this is just what the deck can do, and I've done this a lot. Usually, if this isn't a Tempest, it's a Harpie's Hunting Ground or an Icarus attack, something pretty useful. So let's get it going here. So you start off with the Ravine. Assuming you go first and your opponent doesn't have an Availer, this is pretty much what the deck can do. So you'll pitch the sign, activate the effect, and get the phalanx to the graveyard. Obviously, you guys can't see that, so we'll get the phalanx to the graveyard. Shuffle your deck up. I mean, I'll probably stop shuffling now that showing off. So let's see here. So there's your graveyard. Summon the Chandler. Like I said, if this happens only if effect filler doesn't happen. So you'll pitch the whatever Harpie card you end up with in your hand. And I know right now I'm down to only 2 cards in hand, but that's pretty irrelevant right now because you don't care about your hand size anymore. So you summon the Dancer, defense mode, because that's her effect. So let's just get the Ravine out of the way because that's irrelevant right now. And then you bounce the Chandler to summon the Ducks effect to equip Phalanx. So if what's really good to do sometimes before you if you end up with the Dancer and you go second, not the Dancer but the Hunting Ground, and you go second, don't even play this yet. Summon your Chandler, pop a card. Summon your Dancer, pop another card. So you just clear out 2 cards, and because anyone who plays Drag Unity knows that the problem is the back row. The back row can pretty hinder the deck. Then you play your Ravine, pitch your card, whatever. All right. So then you special summon using his effect. Activate effect. I mean, not activate effect. Tune up into your Vajrayana. Vajrayana's effect to equip. Alright. Then you're going to go with your standard play at this point. You're going to go into your Dirge. Dirge effect. This is pretty key right here. You always drop the Zephyros first. Then you overlay. Like I said, if they drop the Max C, it's up to you if you want to take the Max C challenge. Late game, you can get this play off pretty easily. Not like mid game, like when they have 20 cards or less, like Dragon Rulers will end up, and you just summon like crazy and draw them out. It's important to pitch the Dirge to special summon the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You activate the effect to summon the Dirge back. Activate Dirge's effect. Add the Garuda Wind Spirit, and you'll have that in your hand. So you'll pitch this to the graveyard, and then you use Garuda's effect to banish 1 wind monster. You banish that, and then you activate his effect to search everything out. Now search your dragon, your Arm Messeltane. Then you're going to activate Zephyros effect to bounce this back to your hand. Special summon your Zephyros. Banish your Tomb to special summon your red DMD. Activate effect. Special summon your Phalanx back. Then you're gonna tune. Now, obviously this is your first turn, but if it's your second turn and there's a monster that you're worried about, you have your Divine Lord. so you can bounce either your ravine back or you can bounce your red eyes back to make more ridiculous plays. Anyhow, then you activate effect. Alright. So at this point, this is where it gets a little tricky because you can summon this, and I believe it is a can effect, but even if it doesn't really matter. Um, but I'll usually overlay these two and special summon out my M7. Or if you don't want to go M7, if you just want to sit, which is fine, M7 can always be saved. You special summon out him because you have a Phalanx and you have your Garuda on field, and then you send this, summon out your Arm Messeltane, and then you special summon, and then you tune these up into your Stardust. Now see, like I said, you could stop there, which is 100% fine because you have a lot. And then your end phase, you'll end up with a Chandler. But if you want it to keep going and do more ridiculous things, you M7 and do a little bit more. You'll activate your Hysteric Sign, Hysteric Signs effect. Usually I always add the Hunting Ground. A second Chandler, and Harpie Queen. Dancer's best in your deck, so you can always just fish it out later. But yeah, see, you essentially went from having almost no hand to having a full field and 4 monsters in your hand set up next turn. Because if they clear out this field, then you can always do your Harpie shenanigans. So yeah, that's just what this deck can do. I'm gonna make another video probably right after this one, and it's going to show the little tricks you can do with the Chandler Dancer place. And I'll talk to you guys later.